Hi guys, this is Nick Cooper with Nihonto Art. So I'll be doing a review on a set I've had for a little bit. I've received a lot of requests to do a video, and I like to do these videos just because it does the items a little bit more justice. Pictures that they're nice, but this is as close as you can get to kind of seeing it in person. So the blade, it's a full set. So this is the Koshirae to it, and you can see this is a what we call a Toppei Koshirae, where the Kojiri kind of tapers down over here. And this is a really, 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 really beautiful one. You can see the fans are made to appear as if they're battered and worn down. And this is solid iron. And over here you can see that the overlay is solid as well. It's a gold overlay. So the craftsman what they would have done was they would have created many kind of texturized lines under here, and then they would have graphed that onto the iron base. See if I can zoom in. So really, really beautiful. So the Koshirae, the urushi, all the different textures and colors. So the Koshirae actually comes with NVTHK holes on papers from the Sword Museum in Tokyo near the Sumo Arena. And you can see, there you go. It all follows that theme throughout. Zoom back out here so you can see. And you can see the Menuki are really outstanding, super, super large. And there's this kind of deity that's riding the dragon. The huge manta ray nodule there, and the continuation of the fans over here on the Kashira, which just has a nice long shape to it. And what's nice is the other alternating between a giant shakudo centipede. Absolutely stunning. Let's zoom into that. Look at that. Really, really, really fine. A little bit of dust there, but Tsuba, everything is just outstanding on this piece. Look at that. So like I said, the Koshirae is papered. Now, of course, this is just an icing on the cake. The blade. Now, the blade, which I'll pick up in just a moment, is really turn of the end of the 1400s and the beginning of the late 1300s, going on to the 1400s. So the smith is interesting history. Is you can see the Nakago has seen a little bit of history on it. Some two Mikugana were plugged in there over the centuries. So it's Suriage. But the NBTHK papered this as Tokubetsu Hozon. So typically Moromachi blades that are Suriage or the Nakago has been altered, typically it's very difficult to pass Tokubetsu Hozon. But this one is very early work of the school, most likely Shodai. So let's see if I can focus there. No, my camera doesn't want to focus. Let's see if I can zoom in and get a better angle of it. Okay, there we go. So you can see really tight itame hada. And Kantei wise, the first thing we would judge this as is maybe a Yamato Den school. If I was to look at it, I would have said maybe something along the lines of Tegai school, and it's exactly that, the lineage. So this is actually Tegai Mino. So this belongs to the maker Zenjo Kaneyoshi, and he was the one who migrated from Yamato all the way to Mino school. So he started the Mino line, and you can see that kind of very, very fine hada. Let's see if I can get a better job at seeing the hamon. Okay, there we go. It's a really, really, really fine hamon. Konye. And the boshi is perfect on it. Very strong boshi as well. So to elaborate more about Kaneyoshi, so his priest name was Zenjo, and he did the move from Yamato. So this has strong Yamato feel to it. So I feel like this is maybe very early work by the Smith. So late 1300s Oe period, and that's why it received Tokubetsu Hozan. The blade is absolutely perfect. There is no forging flaws on it below, especially below the boshi. I mean the bohi. There's this one spot where you can see the inner tamagane, but that is within the bohi. So of course the blood groove would have been grooved in, and that's the inner steel, the inner core of the sword, and that was made to of course strengthen the blade, putting this large bohi groove, which is on each side. Is this the same thing on the other side as well? But that was done on both sides in order to lighten the blade and also add like a kind of a eye beam feel to it. Look at that beautiful hada. Really, really perfectly forged blade. Nice tight hada. It's easily past Tokugatsu on, in my opinion, with a nice bohi. I would have judged this as a Nambucho Kamakura, something about there from Yamato, somewhere the Yamato school. So there you go. Look how beautiful that hada is. Beautiful, gorgeous hada. That's the grain pattern of the blade is the hada is what we call it. So like I said, the blade is very healthy, very good polish, very strong hamon. The only kind of noticeable is not really a flaw, but it's the imperfection is that little spot over here that is within the bohi, but that's because they had to lighten the blade and they want to strengthen the blade by adding this big bohi. Of course, when you carve into the core steel of the blade. But the most important part is the ha, the cutting edge. The hamon is consistent throughout, perfectly even throughout. So come see us at nihontoart.com. The son of first generation Tegai Kaneyoshi. So yeah, beautiful Koshirae. Toku Thanks guys. Nihontoart.com.